Hi you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new, I am Jasmine Shanice, and if you're returning, hey, what's up? Thank you for coming back. So in today's video, I really wanted to show you guys how I get my flawless glowy face. I don't know if you want to call it a routine because I do switch it up every once in a while, but I wanted to show you guys how I achieve my flawless base and a glowy base at that. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. A loose setting powder. I prefer the Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder in a shade medium deep, which is almost gone, but it's this one. I do apply powder where I applied primer. This helps with shine control because I do get oily. But I'm not a fan of matte foundations anymore. I used to be hardcore matte foundation fan, and I just can't do it anymore. No shade to any matte. If I do wear matte, it's always a natural matte, like the NARS Radiant foundation. But if it's not that, I'm not wearing it. Right into it. So how I also achieve my glowy look is using the e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter. This is not exactly my shade. It's a lot more warmer, but I bought this honestly because I was so stoked to try it. This is a lot lighter than what I am. I'm not gonna hold you up in the sun. And if you guys don't know this product, this is literally a dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Glow filter. Okay, so for foundation, I'm gonna go into Born This Way in the shade Shy. What is the claims on this foundation? I know it's not a matte foundation. So this is a hydrating filter. A hydrating foundation that also helps with the glow. I'm packing on a lot of foundation that helps with bring out my inner glow. So I'm just gonna go in with my e.l.f. beauty sponge and I'm just going to pat everything down. I feel like this is just to make sure everything is even. This is to make sure that everything is blended evenly and I'm not left looking crazy. Because mind you, we did put that flawless filter on. It was too light and we were looking casket. This is actually how I achieve my flawless base, which is I believe in applying my product with the brush because that's just what I prefer. I don't have a rhyme or reason why I do that. That's just what I like to do. And then going in with the beauty sponge, that helps giving me that even nice looking base the way I like it. So before I go in with my concealer, I'm gonna go in with my bronzer, my cream bronzer. Glowy look. Using cream products is the best way to go about that. And of course using products that help with hydration and that help with actually bringing out your glow. But for me to achieve that, since I'm naturally oily, like I get oily, I just use cream products. So back in this video, I'm gonna go with something that I use often, which is the Juvia's Place cream bronzer in the shade Cocoa. This is literally one of my favorites, and I do this before I go in with my concealer, just because I get heavy-handed. I am not gonna hold you, I'm very heavy-handed when it comes to applying product, especially with my blush. I have found that I can use a lot less than what I actually do. And so I'm gonna go like this. And I'm just going to, and when I place my products, I typically go like the shape of my face. I don't know if that makes sense. The old technique is, and that's where you apply it. I naturally have like these indentions in my cheek. That's where I place it. And because my face is, well, everybody's face is not symmetrical, I place it wherever I see that natural indentation, where the light would hit. And my forehead is big, so I go into my hairline and I do bring it down, because I have a 5 head and I don't really apply concealer in that area, just because I don't need a light attracting it already. It's enough. The next step to achieving my flawless base is going right back into the beauty sponge. For me, I use the same end that I apply my foundation with, and I make sure everything is blended. That is my key, that is my trick to make sure that my face is even and it's not splotchy, doesn't look missed areas, making sure I blended it perfectly. Okay, so now we go into concealer. I use 2 concealers. I use the Born This Way Sculpting and the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter. These 2 add to my glowiness, because I straight up just prefer a creamy concealer for my under eye. That's just me. I don't like matte. So I'll just go in with my beauty sponge and I blend everything out. I do bring it down. I put on a lot of concealer, I get that, but that is just what I like, because I do go for a creamy. As the product wears on my face, it just settles nicely. That's just what I like. Some people don't like all this concealer. I understand. It may not be for everyone, but it's for me. So once again, I'm gonna go back. It's the same sponge. I'm gonna use the bottom half to blend out all of my harsh edges. I don't know if you guys can see this. I didn't even think to see how far. Oh God, I have to wash this back. But I don't know if you guys can see this right here, this edge. I don't like that. That is not, some people, I'm not sure, but this is what I like to do. I just go in with that sponge where I previously had my foundation, and I use that to blend out that harshness. And then boom. Okay, so another tip that I use for having a glowy look is always going to be a liquid blush. The Gen Z girlies, they snapped with this one. They popped off with this one, as the TikTok community will say. Look, a liquid blushes. on my cheek here and here, primarily because that is where I like to put my blush. By the way, I do not do my makeup based off of how my facial features are. I do makeup based on how I like it look on my skin. So I'm just gonna blend that out. For the most part, I do prefer to tap that in because swirling it could lift any product up. And so just gonna tap, tap, tap. And of course, just any harsh lines and making sure everything is even. And I'm gonna go back over my eyelids one more time. Now for eyes, I'm gonna do my eyes off camera, but I am going to set them because the creasing, I am going to set my eyes because the creasing is crazy. Setting, I am just going to take my Laura Mercier translucent powder on a blush and on a fluffy brush and just pack it on there. My under eyes with a pressed powder. I prefer the Studio Mac Fix in the shade C7. It is, I don't bake anymore. I used to bake. That added to matteness and in making my skin feel dry. So I no longer do that. This is very dirty. Judge your mama. So here, let me see. I wanted a pink under eye, and I don't know how this is gonna work out, but we're gonna figure it out as we go. Let's find out. So let's just press. Perfect. Okay, that's very pink. Okay, and that is essentially what I wanted right there. That is nice. I did want pink. I want it to be all like, let me see if I can go under with a little bit more powder. Okay, so far so good. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna go back in with my beauty sponge. I do have a pink loose setting powder that I got from Morphe. It is considered a brightening powder, but additionally I'm gonna mix that with the same blush because I really like the pink under eye look. It is, oh my gosh, it's my favorite. So what I like to do is I take this pink blush. This is Raisin by MAC, old brush. But this, doing like this, just take it on your sponge, dip it into your pink powder, tap it off, and then boom, and press it until there's no more powder. I personally put too much powder on, but just keep pressing it in until all the powder is gone. And soft glam. This is what I like to do, honey. I'm gonna do the same for the other side. Just love this powder. I love this blush. I just love that pink under eye look. So cute, so snatched. Okay, so to finish up the face, I am going to be using my Juvia's Place Deep Dark Bronzer to hit the areas where I placed cream bronzer. Of course, get down your neck. Powder, I'm going to go in with my Juvia's Place what kind of powder in these? So Juvia's Place pressed powder. It's in the shade Kaduna. I'm not sure the name of this foundation or this powder. And I just dust it because I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of face powder. I do it because I don't want my foundation to just move. Boom. So I am going to put blush on because all of this looks like the exact same thing. So I am going to be wearing blush. I'm going to be wearing my favorite blush, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Chic to Chic blush, which is this right here. But she does the trick, okay? I'm just going to swirl all that. As you can see, like it has this baked, like this shimmery shade right here in the middle. And once it hits the light, it just looks flawless. Just so nice. Favorite blush of all time, like Charlotte Tilbury popped off with this one. It's my favorite. Okay, so I am going to step off camera and I'm going to do my eye makeup, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys the final look. Okay guys, this is the final look. This is my step-by-step process of creating a flawless and glowy routine. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and please like and subscribe for more videos. Share if you care, and thank you and have a great day. Bye.